Hi, everybody. Miss Kaiser here. Today, we are learning how to create topographic profiles. To start off, I'm going to walk through an example with you. This is from a previous Regents exam, and the directions say base your answer to the question on the topographic map below and your knowledge of Earth science. Point A represents a location on Earth's surface. Lines B, C, and X, Y are reference lines on the map. Points D, E, F, and G represent locations along Coe Creek. Elevations are shown in feet, and we will see down at the bottom our contour interval on this map is 20 feet. We're also going to take note of the other symbols down in our key. We have our scale, which is measured in miles, and then we have our depression contour lines. You'll see the hatcher marks on some of these contour lines, which means we have a basin down in the lower left-hand corner of the map. So the elevation is actually going down between points B and A. We also have our compass rose, which shows us which direction north is. Our job for today, it says on the grid below, construct a topographic profile of the land surface along the line from point B to point C. They will always indicate our starting and stopping points for drawing our profile. Plot the elevation of each contour line that crosses line BC. Connect all 9 plots with a line to complete the profile. For this exercise, we are going to need a piece of scrap paper, and you can use any piece of scrap paper that you have laying around. On the Regents exam, you could use the edge of your test booklet or your answer sheet or even your reference tables. Mr. Garlivo and I like to use strips of magic paper that have come out of the recycling bin. I am going to take my magic paper and lay it down between my reference points between B and C. I'm going to mark my starting point and my ending point first. Then I am going to mark along the edge of my magic paper where my paper is intersected by every contour line, because that's what the instructions say. It does say each contour line that crosses line BC. So I'm going to make a mark every time a contour line intersects my paper. So that's part of our procedure. The next part is we have to determine what the elevation of each of these contour lines is. So I'm going to label my starting point, which is B, and the elevation of point B is labeled for us. It is on an index contour. We know this elevation is 340 feet. Then we have to figure out the elevation of the other contour lines up to point C. Point C is on an index contour that is labeled 200 feet. And we know going southwest that our elevation is increasing because eventually we get up to 300. So according to our contour interval, we know that the next line after point C, this contour line is going to have a value of 220 feet. We're going to add 20 feet each time. The next line was 240 feet. The next one, 260 feet, followed by 280 feet. Then we would intersect 300 feet. We're going to keep going up 320 feet and 340 feet. Now, it's okay that we have two numbers that are the same here because one of them is a normal contour line and the other is a depression contour line. And when they are side by side like this, they have the same value. So now I'm going to take my magic paper and I am going to transfer it down to my graph. Point B is going to line up with point B along the bottom, and I am going to start plotting. Point B is 340 feet. So I'm going to find my elevation of 340 feet, and I'm going to put an X directly above point B. My next line was 340 feet as well, so I am going to go straight up from that line and place another X. The next one is 320 feet, followed by 300 feet, 280 feet, 260 feet. And notice each time I'm trying to stay directly above the lines, the marks I made on my magic paper. 240 feet, 220 feet, 200 feet. So at this point, I have finished plotting my elevations, and now I have to, according to the directions, connect all 9 plots with a line to complete the profile. We know that in the northeastern corner of our map, the elevation is going to continue to go down. It does not reach 180 feet though, because we don't come across the 180 feet contour line. So we're just going to come off of our graph and connect to that 200 mark. We're going to connect all of our points with a smooth curve, so don't use a ruler to draw your straight lines like you would in math. And once we get to this point, we're going to come up and over that 340 mark because our elevation should still be increasing between this 340 foot line and this 340 line, and then coming back down. The one thing I want to make sure of is that I don't go as high as that 360 foot mark, because we do not encounter a 360 foot contour line. So that's a simple profile to start with, and we're going to get lots more practice with this as we go.